What's up, everyone? I appreciate you all checking back in. I'm Bruce. This is my brother
Aaron.
and you are checking us out on our Abrupt channel. We thank you. We appreciate it. Today, we're going to be checking out another dope video. This was sent to us by one of our subscribers. We're going to get into it. We're going to react to it. We're going to talk about it a little bit. All right, let's check it out.
All right, let's pull it up.
Mess around and lose a good man because you're a toddler in your emotions. And practical advice that I would give to just growing in your emotional maturity, stability, right? Being grounded emotionally is like just as much as you fight to be cute, to be a boss chick, fight to be a peacemaker, fight to be a person that can go in a room and stabilize it, fight to be the nurturer that you are. You're a nurturer. And that's something that, even though I believe that we're created to be that way, it's still something you have to wake up and be intentional about. So practically going out of your way, reading those books, watching those YouTubes. I remember a moment that I had with my husband, and we were in the house, and I could see in his eyes, I'm like, oh, he's about to leave me. He's gone. He's tired of me emasculating him. He's tired of my inability to just shut up, hear his point, and not cut him.
Shout out to her for self awareness. Um, Man, she literally said, I was at home and I could look in that man's eyes and say that he was about to leave. That's crazy. Like women, I always say women have intuition unlike anything else. Men, we were not blessed with that. Women have intuition. And I always say, man, it's crazy. Women know when a man is, cheating or he's out here doing something else. But I always say, well, do y'all ever know when the man is unhappy? Y'all have intuition about this, but y'all don't have intuition about something else. You know, man, she saw that she did not want to lose her husband. And she realized that, like she said, she had been emasculating him. She had been talking down to him. And that's the biggest thing we always talk about is respect for a man. Forget love. We want to be loved, but that's not the big thing for us. We need to be respected. We need to be respected when we're in the streets. We need to be respected at work. We need to be respected, especially when we are at home.
For me, that's the biggest thing. With me being married, the fact that I know at home I have my wife's respect, and she brings peace to my home.
Yeah.
That is the big thing for me. One thing that you see it on the name of this video is a toddler like emotions. A lot of times you hear women say, "Oh, I want a man who is emotionally intelligent." But how often do women kind of check themselves and ask themselves, "Am I there? Am I are my emotions in line with what I want, with what I'm looking for?" I'm taking just a different approach to this. I mean, I love the fact that she is aware, and she did some self reflecting, and she sought out resources to help her get kind of that hard exterior off. And know if like I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people probably gonna think I'm coming on being controversial with this, but I'm not. I think that a lot of women today are in a position with the type of men that are out there where they have to be kind of harder or they have to go and do things on their own. So when they get a man who can provide, who can protect and everything, they oftentimes don't know how to treat that man. Um so no, just kudos for her for reaching out and being self aware of how she is and knowing that she has a good man that she doesn't want to lose. So she put in the work.
Yeah, no, I agree totally with that. You want to watch a little bit more?
Yeah, man, this is
Just hear a little bit more of it. Finish this up.
Him off. And when I saw that look in his eyes, I said, let me wait a minute. It's a woman that will hop over me to get to you. Let me get this together. And so practically just literally.
Now, again, most women aren't going to like this. People like to use the term or the phrase, is somebody out here for everyone.
it's true.
It's not. It's
Oh, you
not.
think it's not?
No, just based statistically.
Oh man,
Think about this. No,
true.
no, no. Think about this. think about how many more women are on the earth, or even in the United States, than men. Like it's not even close. The ratio is not even close. And don't take into account and say, I want a man who's gone to college, or I want a man who this, or I want a man who that. It's not like if we like even let's say me and you we're college graduates.
Mm-hmm.
You just say, okay, we let's say a woman wants a man who's a college graduate. We want a woman who's a college graduate. We still have what? At least double the amount of women to choose from than women have men to choose from who are actual college graduates. It's not even close. So no, there's not. So I mean, again, I would never tell someone, a woman, to stay in a bad situation. That being said, the old adage is true. The grass is not greener on the other side. I guarantee you. Take care of home, and that's for men. That's for women, but especially for women. Because again, it's more women out here. Women, especially as they get older, their standards tend to get a little bit lower and lower. So yeah, she identified that and said, "Hold up, yeah, my man may not be this, he may not be this, but ooh, he's a good man who deserves a good woman. Not me coming in and emasculating him and talking down to him, because point blank, what you're not willing to do, it's other women lined up that are just waiting."
So that's what I was talking about in the sense of like it's always somebody else out there for a man.
Yeah,
just because of
absolutely.
the ratio.
Absolutely.
So
especially if you were like a good dude and you own your stuff. Like if you were a dude who about his business, like don't get me wrong.
It's a lot of dudes out here who not doing they
exactly
not on their stuff.
Exactly. And I was gonna say maybe not for those dudes. And I mean these days,
let's face it, those guys are getting chosen.
Yeah, they winning these days.
Like
I don't know how.
Women,
why y'all? The women, hey, tell me in the comments. Why do y'all complain about good men, but then y'all go and give the worst of the worst dudes the time of day and all this stuff? Why?
It's because what they see, how they grew up. They didn't grow up in a household that had a man present to show them how a man is supposed to act or what a man is supposed to do. A lot of single mothers who grew up, seeing that you have a lot of women that aren't learning from their elders. Like a lot of grandmas are young now, so
a lot of men or a lot of women or men, to be honest,
be real, they're young, so you don't have that picture or that figure to look to. So you're just out, just replaying the cycle. Oh, I'm gonna go after this guy who's bad, who's in the streets, just because he has status, and this guy's not doing anything. So then you get ran through, and you have kids. That spirals into a whole nother conversation.
It does. We won't get into all that. I'm sure we'll dive into it at some point, but we all getting off topic. But no, this was a good one about not having the emotional maturity of a toddler and stuff. Because that's one thing I've noticed, and one of the quickest ways to turn me off is when a woman or a man, especially a man, I hold men to such a higher standard when it comes to this. But if you're a woman and you cannot control your emotions and you get mad and you spiral and you keep spiraling and just keep going and you can't stop yourself and ground yourself and say, wait a minute, I'm tripping. Let me stop. I am spiraling out of control.
Toddler emotion.
Exactly. That's what I expect children to do. That being said, I think it's way too many men out here too who cannot control their emotions. And again, I hold men to a different standard because I expect men to be able to control their emotions. That is the worst thing, one of the quickest ways for me to lose respect for you as a man.
But you want to know why it's like that? Or why I think it's like that?
Why?
A lot of guys are being raised by single mothers too. And single mothers are raising men how they think men should be. A man,
or you just see it. They see it from they're growing up. And what do you think they're going to pick up on?
That spiraling, that emotional behaviors is as a man. Like I can say this, I've rarely seen our dad cry. Not saying that he don't show emotions, because he does. Yeah. But it's in a different way.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of guys now, young men, are missing. They don't know how to control their emotions and express them in the right situation and in the right time and in the right way.
I was always told, my therapist told me that men's emotions typically always come out in anger because we never learn how to show frustration. We don't know how to show sadness. But the one emotion that most men learn to do because it's socially accepted by other men and all of this stuff is anger. You're like, oh, there's an emotion I understand, anger. Let me show that. So that's why when I see a guy who can't control his temper, who can't control his anger and stuff like that, I look at them and I'd be like, this brother needs some help. Like, I can't trust him with anything. I can't hire somebody like that. I can't work with somebody like that. I don't even want to be friends with somebody like that because you're a loose cannon. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do life with this person, you know?
At least as a man, you should be able to identify that anger or that feeling of anger before it comes, before it happens, and have ways to kind of separate yourself from that problem or the situation that's making you angry. Like, don't let, and you hear people say this all the time, Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, Godfather. And what's the other guy? Not is it Andrew? Not Andrew Tate. Other guy on YouTube. You send me a lot of his Anton Daniels.
Oh, Anton Daniels.
Like, they always emphasize.
Shout out to Anton Daniels.
Hey, shout out.
Love your stuff. Yeah,
dude, for real. But they always emphasize how a man should never get out of frame.
Yeah, gotta stay in frame.
Control
Absolutely.
your emotions,
100%.
not letting people have that much power over you. And as a man, I think that right there shows a level of emotional intelligence, being able to control those emotions and identify when somebody's getting you to that point and being able to say, hey man, look, give me a minute. We're gonna come back to we'll come back to this, but let me step away. Let me gather myself.
I just hit people with the okay at this point. You got it.
No, I can't. I'm not there yet.
Oh, okay. I hit them with it, bro. Hey, I'm 40 years old. I'm gonna hit you. Okay, you got it. Because again, the thing, you're not signing my paychecks. You're not paying my mortgage. I mean, you know me. I love to debate. Mm-hmm. I love a good debate. But when that debate starts to get contentious, when it starts to get to the point where it's anger and emotion and feelings coming up, you got it. I'm done. You got it. I was just talking. It's all no bearing on me. It don't matter. I'm good. You good? All right. Anyway, well, I'm done with this one, man. I feel like we've been talking and we've covered like 10 subjects that we probably need to cover on a whole separate video. But yeah, you good? You done with this one?
Nah, man, I'm good. Well, with that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in to another session of Abrupt with your boy Aaron
and Bruce.
Until next time, we'll see you.